Shortened quarantine recommendations mean businesses have to adapt again. KSBY News reporter Sydney Brandt has more on the changes in place and how businesses in San Luis Obispo feel about implementing them.
14 days is the recommended quarantine time by the CDC to best reduce risk of COVID-19 spread, but new research is finding alternative quarantine times that are shorter. Some businesses in San Luis Obispo say they're on board with a quicker turnaround time. Others say it could be too risky and too soon.
There you are. We sure appreciate you.
Business during the pandemic is what many are banking on to stay afloat. Coastal Peaks Coffee says they've been lucky to stay busy and haven't had any employees quarantine.
I couldn't imagine somebody coming down with this virus and then having to be absent for 14 days and then their entire staff having to be tested. Like, it would just stop everything.
The 14-day quarantine period is far too long for some owners to be without employees, but new research from the CDC released Wednesday has two acceptable alternatives. Quarantine can now end after 10 days without a COVID test if a person has no reportable symptoms, or after 7 days with a negative test and 0 symptoms. Businesses like Firestone Grill,
going down to 7 to 10 days is even better.
In support of the change, having 2 employees quarantine early on. 8 months into the pandemic, now heading into the slow season with no indoor dining puts the pressure on.
Not just ours, all the local businesses, we're all, suffering from this together.
But 7 days?
Very uncomfortable.
Is too soon for Monami Crepe Bar's business owner, despite having a small staff.
I only have a staff of 3. We're a very small business, but if I get sick, that's bad.
Safety is number one.
We want our employees to be safe. We wouldn't want someone to come back, if they're, were too soon and still ill. So yeah, to me that news is frightening.
Erring on the side of quarantine caution. The CDC says people should continue to follow guidance from local public health authorities on how long they should quarantine for. Reporting in San Luis Obispo, Sydney Brandt, KSBY News.
The CDC said most individuals became infectious and developed symptoms between 4 and 5 days after exposure.